Okay, let's go.
Been nothing short of explosive. From fierce rivalries to personal breakdowns, every corner of the fight world seems to be bursting with chaos. Paddy Pimblet just reignited his war of words with Islam Makhachev. Ronda Rousey is once again under fire after a heated take on Joe Rogan. And Jake Paul has managed to stir up both Francis Ngannou and Nate Diaz all in 1 week. Meanwhile, Hollywood's next big action flick is packing more real fighters than ever before. And a chilling investigation has the FBI knocking on the UFC's door. The fight world has always been unpredictable, but lately it feels like every headline comes with a plot twist. From the octagon to the internet, tempers are flaring, secrets are surfacing, and reputations are on the line. Stick around, because this isn't just a normal week in MMA. This is the kind of week that changes careers, exposes truths, and keeps fans glued to every update.
Paddy the Baddy Pimblet never stays quiet for long. Ahead of Islam Makhachev's upcoming fight at UFC 322, Paddy decided it was time to throw verbal punches of his own. Speaking with the UFC, he made it clear who he's rooting for, Jack Della Maddalena, and he didn't hold back. Paddy said he hopes JDM batters Islam, calling him overrated and mocking his past title run. He reminded everyone that Makhachev's shot came after beating Bobby Green, a fighter Paddy claims he finished faster. The tension between the two has been brewing for months, but this latest jab reignited the rivalry. Paddy even challenged Islam to come back down to lightweight so he could punch him again. It's classic Pimblet, bold, brash, and designed to spark headlines. Whether it's a serious challenge or just hype, fans can't stop talking about what a clash between them would look like. And with Paddy climbing the ranks, this war of words might one day become something real inside the cage.
Ronda Rousey's name is back in the spotlight, but not for a comeback. Recently, Ronda criticized Joe Rogan, claiming he's not a true MMA expert because he never fought professionally. That sparked a fiery reaction from UFC veteran Matt Brown, who didn't hold back. Speaking on his podcast, Brown said Ronda seems trapped in her past, unable to move beyond her fighting days. He described her as someone still stuck in the moment she lost, calling her a competitor who can't find peace without conflict. Brown added that the MMA community doesn't hate her. In fact, many fans still want to love her, but she keeps sabotaging herself with negativity. His comments painted a sad picture, one of a former champion struggling with identity after fame. Brown ended on a sincere note, saying he hopes Ronda finds peace and acceptance before her legacy becomes overshadowed by bitterness. It's a raw reminder of how fame and failure can haunt even the toughest fighters long after the lights fade.
Just when MMA fans thought they'd seen it all, Jake Paul found a way to spark another heavyweight war of words, this time with Francis Ngannou. It started when Ngannou turned down Jake's offer to fight on short notice, and Jake responded the only way he knows how, by trolling. He tweeted that Francis was scared to lose to Jake Paul and called him light work. Francis fired back immediately, warning Jake to choose your words wisely. The back and forth got personal fast, with Jake accusing Francis of being fake and self-centered, while Francis told him to grow up. The internet exploded with reactions, and before the dust settled, Nate Diaz jumped in, claiming he had accepted the fight Jake wanted. "You're dead," Diaz wrote. Classic Nate, short and lethal. The tension among these fighters feels bigger than simple trash talk. It's entertainment, ego, and money all colliding. And every fan watching knows that in combat sports, words like these often end up leading to real fights.
While online feuds kept fans entertained, the MMA world was also making headlines in Hollywood. Amazon MGM officially announced Roadhouse 2, the sequel to last year's hit remake starring Jake Gyllenhaal and featuring Conor McGregor. The new film is going even bigger, adding 6 pro fighters to the cast: Michael Chandler, Dustin Poirier, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, Michael Venom Page, Tyron Woodley, and kickboxing champ Rico Verhoeven. It's an all-star lineup that blurs the line between movie fighting and real combat. Even UFC veteran Jay Hieron returns to reprise his role as Jax Harris. This move shows how MMA has fully crossed into mainstream entertainment. Fighters are no longer just athletes, they're celebrities, actors, and influencers. For many, the paychecks from film appearances are bigger than what they earn in the octagon. Roadhouse 2 isn't just a sequel, it's a sign that MMA is becoming part of Hollywood's action legacy, where real fighters bring a raw authenticity no stunt double can match. Even in retirement, Khabib Nurmagomedov remains one of the most intense figures in MMA. In a recent clip shared by coach Javier Mendez, fans got a rare glimpse of Khabib losing his cool during training. The footage shows him visibly frustrated as his fighters struggle to execute simple drills. His voice cuts through the gym, demanding precision, discipline, and heart. "Tomorrow, stay home," he shouts in disappointment. It's vintage Khabib, a perfectionist who expects nothing less than excellence from his team. Yet despite the frustration, it's clear he still loves teaching. Later that day, he rolled with his students, reminding everyone that even 5 years after retirement, his ground game remains as sharp as ever. The moment went viral not because of the outburst, but because it revealed Khabib's relentless standards. Proof that legends don't just retire, they evolve into something even more demanding. Teachers who refuse to accept mediocrity. Dominic Cruz and Uriah Faber were once fierce rivals, two names that couldn't share a headline without tension. But time has a way of changing things. Cruz just launched his new podcast, Love and War, and his first guest was none other than Faber himself. The two sat down not as enemies, but as veterans, reflecting on how their rivalry shaped them. Cruz even admitted that losing to Faber early in his career lit a fire under him that never went out. The conversation was raw, genuine, and full of respect. They laughed about old battles, shared training stories, and even demonstrated techniques while reminiscing about what made their fights so intense. For fans who watched their heated rivalry years ago, seeing them share the same table was surreal. It wasn't just nostalgia, it was evolution. Their reunion showed how competition can forge not just champions, but mutual respect that lasts long after the gloves are hung up. The week took a darker turn when Dana White confirmed that the FBI is officially investigating a potential fixed fight inside the UFC. The controversy started after odd betting activity was reported before Yadir Develispa with Isaac Dalgarian, a fight that ended in a shocking first-round submission. According to Dana, the betting company IC360 flagged suspicious movement just hours before the match. When asked if something was wrong, the fighter denied everything. And after the loss, the UFC immediately called the FBI. Now, rumors are spreading fast. Ariel Helwani revealed that multiple fighters told him they'd been approached by gamblers offering money to